Got to get all 3 of those ash cans put in the compost pile today. It's only going to be a high of the low 30s again. The ground's pretty frozen. So I figure, well, as long as I got the tractor out, and I don't know, you remember I put that backhoe on that tractor. So I figure as long as the ground's frozen, I'm going to try to dig up a stump I have over here. Try to get a lot of this stuff done, because it don't feel like work when the weather's not nice. It feels like kind of like recreation, like something to do. When the weather's nice and you have to do this kind of stuff, it feels like work, because you want to be out. You know, if you're a senior citizen, you want to be out camping and fishing and relaxing. So yeah. Anyway, I have this stump here. It's bigger than it looks because it's more kind of buried under dirt a little bit. I'm not real good with that backhoe, but if I got enough gas, I can usually dig out a stump. Like I said, I'm not real good at it. All the gophers are out, and they're just tearing up the yard already. Candy's been out pellet poisoning them with her little gopher getter. See, they just dig and dig and dig and dig. And they always dig in a series of 3 holes. Always 3s. So this is the first one. Then if she doesn't get this right away, there'll be 2 more right next to it, and they'll make their way eventually to the gardens, and they are such a pest. We haven't had any problems with them the first, I don't know, let's just say, since we've lived here, except for the last couple of years, they've been popping up. They are just hard, really hard to contain. And if you stay on them, you can just kind of like at least control them. I don't know if you can ever really get rid of them. There's so many of them. But here's the compost pile. Here's our fertilizer. Here's what's going to have to keep us going until the fertilizer crisis is over with. And I have a little sifter that I made in my shop here. It works pretty good. Oh, there's that shovel I've been looking for, buried under snow all year long. Okay. So we got to run a few errands. Candy has a doctor appointment, a routine visit type of thing, and we'll probably run a few errands again in town, being we got to be there anyway. And then it's nice that the ground's frozen a little bit. When you run a backhoe, that's kind of like what you want, because them legs that come down on that backhoe, when you're not a real good operator like myself, they dig in the ground pretty good, and make a pretty good mess. So I'm getting better with it, though. The more I've been using it, the better I've been getting. So we'll do that when we get back today. Maybe do a little garden cleanup with the leaf blower, things like that. That's what's on the agenda for today, pretty much. Among other things. Got to get my fire ring, put it back. Here's what's left of the snow. Another gopher holes. See what I say? They go in 3s. Here's 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Well, I thought Candy had a routine doctor's visit, so that's why we came into town. So I was driving to the doctor's office. It turns out she had a hair appointment. Went right by it. Okay, it was a hair appointment. That's what it was. So anyway, in this same complex where she's getting her hair done, they got a gym. I used to be a member of this gym, but I never really used it. Yeah, it kind of got pricey. Couldn't really justify the expense. Plus, let's face it, I got tired of some of the people here. Just kind of uppity type of people, but maybe they thought the same about me. I don't know. But I rejoined it because I can join for free. Everything was free, all paid for. Buy the silver sneakers because I'm a senior citizen now getting Medicare. So I figure, what the heck, something else to do in the wintertime. I don't know that I'll ever use it in the summertime, but something else to do in the wintertime. I could come here and piss off some of the other geezers, right? The uppity ones that come here. There's a lot of money in this side of town, let's just say. And they talk way over my head, but it's what it is. Anyway, we're in town. We gotta pay our property taxes. I always call it buying another year of freedom. Pay our property tax. That's the one, out of all the taxes in the whole world, that's the one thing that I just don't agree with. They could tax another way. The one little bit of sanctuary that you have in your life, like, let's say, for example, if your house is paid for and you don't have monthly installments where the taxes automatically come out and, yeah, you don't really see it. Every year, like if your house is paid for, like ours, like most senior citizens are, their houses eventually get paid for. You gotta write that ginormous check every year to the government, and you're like, I thought I paid for this place, and I gotta keep paying for it. Oh, but what about the kids? What about the schools? What about the this or the that or the this or the that? That's the old argument. You gotta pay your property taxes or you're not a good American. Blah, 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 blah. I ain't buying that, I ain't buying. There's so many other taxes. There's taxes you don't even know about. Taxes you don't even see. Everything that you do in life, no matter what it is, fishing, hunting, boating, walking down the road, you got to pay a tax on. There should be one thing that's sacrosanct. You just shouldn't have to pay taxes. The one place that you can go is home, and presumably not having to worry about any interference from the government. Just home, but if you want to live there, you got to pay every year your taxes so that Billy Bob, wherever down the street, has a good education. But we're going to charge you other taxes for that too. On top of the property taxes, we're going to charge you taxes there's like 10 different taxes that go to the school system, and they keep piling up year after. It just, make it something else. Make it a consumption tax or something else. The home tax thing just irritates the shit out of me, and I got to go pay it after this, and we got to register a truck, and we got to blah, 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 blah. So we pay a lot of, everybody, you and me both, we pay a lot of taxes, and they just piss it away. They just piss the money away. You drive around some of these schools around here, and they have, Olympic-sized swimming pools. They got 3 or 4 football fields. They got sports that we pay taxes on that I never even heard of, and they always try to make, what about the kids? What about the kids? What about the kids? And then you drive by some of these schools, and they're like the Taj Mahal of schools, I'm just talking about here. I don't know where you live. They're not so good maybe in your neck of the woods. I don't know, but here they from the outside looking in, they look extravagant. I'm just saying. That's just my experience. And I did have a kid that went to the Brainerd School District, and there was not a whole lot of learning going on. There was more social crap, let's just say, indoctrination stuff that was going on, and that was a long time ago. I hate to think what it's like now. That's kind of a rant, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess so. But that all being said, I get to go to the gym here for free. But it's not for free, because even though I'm a senior citizen now and I get Medicare, I still have to pay for it, unlike the folks in Canada. But see, here's the secret that they're not telling you. They still have to pay for it in one form or another. Oh yes, they do. Nothing is for free. This I can tell you. There's a lot of the city folks arriving, coming to their Brainerd cabins. You know, I can tell. I just passed about 5 Teslas. Elon Musk mobiles, the Twitter guy. The new Twitter guy. Yeah. Hey, here she comes now. Boy, that is a nice haircut.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's designer.
Designer haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hope it didn't cost much, because we have to go pay our property taxes now.
Yeah. Fun.
I was just ranting about the property tax thing. The one thing that, the one tax, the one that I think is evil, because yeah. Speaking of high schools, here's Brainerd High School. They got a big, brand new, huge greenhouse. A big expansion. This whole area here is all new. It's like triple the size of the school. What's in it? Hell, I don't know. I don't know what's in it. I'm sure it's not more kids. Here comes the pain, right in that building, right there. Yeah, let's go get her done. Crow Wing County Courthouse. 1920, is that what that says? Yeah, 1920.
1870 to 1920.
Yeah, see?
AD 1920.
Well, at least it's only once a year. I guess you could pay it quarterly.
No, you pay it biannually if you wanted to.
She says biannually. Ah, they got the sign. They want to make sure you know where you're going.
At least they said thank you.
Yeah, and they did say thank you. The one tax, just the one tax that bothers me. Just the one.
Well, they all bother me, but this
Well,
is
yeah, she's right. They got like these little.
Woo! Man.
Little signs everywhere, just so you know. I want to make sure you know. There's no confusion.
They even have a convenience drop box.
Yep.
We like to get our receipt. Oh, sorry. Look at all this plastic.
It's like a prison.
No. Help me help you with. Pay your taxes, get it over with. All right. I'd rather have my teeth pulled, but I can help you right here. All right.
We would like to buy another year of freedom, please. This is the old county jail. I think this is the museum too. That's cool. Candy goes, ah! Because she's cold. She says I get distracted easily. She didn't say that out loud. She said it in her internal self. Okay, that pain was done. That pain is out of the way for till next year. Lots of road stuff going on here.
Looks like a lot of signs got something. I don't know what they're doing.
Huh. Anyway, here's the Mississippi River. They were nice there at the tax office. You know, I'm sure they've heard it all. And I was doing a little bit of ranting again, and you know, she came back, well, you know, I like driving on roads that are cleared. And I didn't say it, but on the tip of my tongue was, oh, because right after I pay this tax, I gotta go pay for my license plate tax. You know, what are the tags every year for your license plates go to? You know, all that money you spend. So yeah, she don't know what she's talking about. I don't know, or maybe I don't. Either way, someone still got to pay, and I'm just still ranting about paying.
I'm over it.
She's over. She's the good part of me.
Yes.
Yeah, straight. Okay. I get lost. I get turned around easy. It's still a great place to live. I still love it here.
Still cheaper than where we used to live.
Yeah, we used to live in Las Vegas.
People that say, oh, we don't pay, income tax, state income tax. Well, they're going to get your money from something. So.
Yeah, that's true, because Nevada doesn't have a income, or a what do they call that? A
state income tax.
We do here.
Yeah, in
but
fact,
it's still cheaper to live here, though.
Yeah, that's our next drop off. We pay quarterly income tax to the state. It's a painful time. It comes around all at the same time.
And unbeknownst to a lot of you who may think otherwise, we're not rich. We really aren't. So, yeah, but you know, there is a certain kind of feeling, a good feeling, after it's all paid. So yeah, there's a full house here, so I'll drop her off here so she can go.
He's leaving up there.
Okay, I'll park there, and she can go pay our other tax for our rusty trusty GM. Over the past several years here, they've come in every part of town, from north to south, east to west. They took out all the stoplights and stop signs here, and they put in all these little roundabouts. And at first I just hated them. I didn't like them at all. And I think there was like a learning curve to that, because as the years go by, I'm starting to like them, you know, more and more. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's where some of our tax dollars went initially, that I was ticked off about. Candy says, long line, it'll be a while. I don't think it will be, because they're pretty efficient here. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, that's the one good thing that I at first thought wasn't good, that I think is good now, because there is a nice flow of traffic going around these roundabouts. And they're putting one down by my house, by a workers plant way down out there in the country, that I'm kind of looking forward to, because when that plant lets out at certain hours, it gets pretty ingested, which, I mean, for here, you know, a traffic jam, my idea of a traffic jam here and your idea of a traffic jam in the urban jungle, probably two different things. So I've lived both, so I know. Anyway, here's what I'm talking about. They do a good job at this DMV. Of course, no sooner do I say that than something will go wrong, but I'm gonna say it nonetheless. They do a good job here. They get you in and out quick, even if there's a long line. After this, we're gonna go to Costco, and we're gonna kind of stock up. Even though we got a few tubs of it, we're gonna kind of stock up on some coconut oil. You know, I've been kind of hearing quite a bit lately that there is a shortage of cooking oils, or there's going to be a shortage of cooking oils, and you're going to get stuck with, you know, like corn oil and canola oil and that stuff that's just horrific for your body. You know, the stuff I used to consume every day all the time but don't anymore because I'm old now. That stuff. And we're gonna grab a couple more tubs of the coconut oil while we still can, just to be safe, just to be sure that we'll have some in the future in case what they're saying, the shortage is accurate. Man, I'm really looking forward to this summer, even though gas prices are through the roof, and as are groceries and everything else. I just so looking forward this year more than most for some reason. I think it's because I got the camper. This will be the first full year with the Kodiak. I think that's what it is. I'm still kind of excited about it, I guess you could say. Traveling places, even if it's local, even if it's just for the day. While I'm on a rant, I might as well keep it going. Smokers and the new cigarette butt. This is the new cigarette butt right there. That face diaper. That didn't take too long. It took 20 minutes maybe?
20-25, yeah.
And there's a big long line in there. So what was it now? The plates here, the license plates here. Fancy. They go with the car. So if you sell your car here, the license plates stay on the car, and the new owner of the car or truck, they transfer to that person, I guess. And most states, it's the other way around. You know, they gotta, how did that work again?
Well, I asked her because why we're getting new license plates, and I said I was just curious because that happens all the time up here. So she said every 7 years Minnesota recycles the license plate number, and when you sell a vehicle, the license plates go with the vehicle, whereas in the state we used to live in, Nevada, if you sold a vehicle, you took the license plate off and they'd go get a new license plate for themselves. So that's something a little different up here.
Yeah.
Why they recycle numbers, I don't know. It seems like a waste. You know, we're getting brand new plates. The other ones are fine, but like now we got some nice license plates to hang out in the garage.
Yeah. One thing we have been seeing a lot of, or at least I have been, Candy's been in and out, running around, but I've been seeing a lot of people dragging out their campers. They are everywhere. They're flooding the Brainerd Lakes area already, and it's, what is it, April, late April. So that's a beautiful thing. Plus, you know, yesterday's video, we had the plants out in the parking lot. When we first moved here, there was no Costco. Oh, these Duracell's making a gasless generator now. This is the one I got for my Chinese diesel heater for my shop. It works wonderful for that. And I noticed now they're making a gasless generator 500 500 watt. There certainly is no food shortages at our Costco. Yet, Candy says. It only takes 3 days though, we learned that. 3 days, it'll be wiped out. Perfect.
Use that to make soap a lot.
Oh, I did not know that's another use for it. Can never be too safe. Yeah, definitely no shortages here. This stuff is good. So is this. Well, that's that. Back to home and digging stumps out. What do you think about the state of affairs now that you just bought 3 more tubs of organic coconut oil, sweetheart?
Well, pretty darn good.
Yep. We'll have coconut oil, at least, if nothing else, to eat.
You do so much with it. You make lotions, soaps, use it as a lubricant, you know, for, you know, like a squeaky hinge. Eat it, obviously. Bake, cook. It's really good stuff. And it actually goes pretty fast in our household.
Yes, sirree, Bob. So we'll see you guys back at the homestead. easy peasy. It's taken a couple of years, but I've gotten pretty proficient finally with that backhoe, that there isn't much I can't dig out with it now. There's a learning curve to it, especially on a compact tractor, but we made short work of that. So God bless you guys. Pray for our country, and we'll see you on the next one.